Are you ready to reclaim your energy this season? Hey, it's Nikki T, your go-to mindset coach for women over 40 who want to ditch diets and discover lasting energy and joy all while you're doing it. If you're feeling drained, overwhelmed, or like you're running on fumes more days than not, you're not alone. Today, we're diving deep into burnout, what it really is, why it happens, and most importantly, how setting boundaries can help you reclaim your energy, your time, and your life. This episode is your invitation to stop surviving, start thriving without guilt, shame, or pushing yourself harder. So, let's talk about what burnout really is and what it isn't. So, burnout is more than just a feeling of being tired all day long. It is a deep chronic exhaustion that impacts your body, your mind, and your spirit. Your energy tank isn't just low, it's on empty. You're running on fumes and you're not sure how to refill it. So burnout shows up as constant mental fog and overwhelm. It shows up as a lack of motivation, even for things that you used to love. It is also emotional exhaustion, like you feel numb, you're very irritable. And then also you have some physical symptoms, could be headaches, sleeping troubles, or muscle tension. But here's what most people don't realize. Burnout rarely comes from working hard. It comes from working with an unserving mindset and unhealthy patterns. So burnout happens when your unwritten boundaries are crossed. When you don't protect your energy, it leaks out in little ways all day long until there's nothing left. So boundaries aren't about shutting people out to be selfish. They're about protecting your most precious resource. That's your energy. Imagine your energy like a bank account. So every yes you say to something that you don't want to go to, it is a withdrawal. You are taking out of your bank account. For every no you confidently say is a deposit. So setting boundaries means saying no without feeling guilty. It means setting boundaries by asking for help when you need it, right? We're a lot of us, I know I'm the same way. I'm like the lone wolf. I'm like, I can do it myself. I think that's a youngest child situation. I am the youngest of four, so I was very determined to do everything myself. But asking for help when you need it, taking time to rest without excuses or shame. I think this is a big one for women, especially in a situation where you have a partner or you're married and you have kids, and it's almost expected that you're like the Energized Bunny, that you just go, 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 go. And you kind of like, there's this background hum of like, I got to keep it all together, right? I know, well, my situation is probably different, but when I was married and I would take a rest, I felt very guilty about it. I felt like I should be doing something. Um, so that could show up as burnout. In my case, it wasn't burnout, something totally different. But just notice when you want to take a rest and you feel like you should be doing something. Also, defending your time like you are a VIP, right? You are a very important person. And we as women tend to put ourselves last on the list, or definitely not first. So defend your time. Your time is very important. Depending on what you believe, right? Time is a construct. But in our society, we work on a 24-hour timetable. So you need to defend some of that time for yourself. Boundaries are what stop the leaks before burnout sets in. So how do you know if boundaries are a little or a lot too loose? So I want you to watch for these red flags. Okay. Saying yes when every cell in your body wants to say no. Big red flag. Notice your body will always know what to do. A lot of times we stay in our head and we try to process the information, but when you get into your body doesn't lie. Your body will tell you what you actually want to do. The next red flag is feeling resentful, but not knowing exactly why. Next is chronic exhaustion, even after resting. difficulty focusing or making simple decisions. Now, I feel like this could be burnout, but this could also show up in your life in other ways. That's probably another topic for another podcast, but just notice if that pops up. The other thing is avoiding social events or commitments because they feel like a burden to you. Like you're just like, ugh. Feeling like you're always on and never truly off. If you nodded yes to any of these, your energy is begging for boundaries. So here's the good news. You don't need to like overhaul your life entirely overnight, but try these simple steps to start protecting your energy and reclaiming some of that peace. So, number one, I want you to audit your commitments. So, write down everything that you are saying yes to, and then notice which items are draining you and which fuel you. Because, again, it's not about saying no to every single thing. It's about saying yes to the things that you're aligned with, yes to the things that light you up, yes to the things that are going to serve you, right? So depending on, what you're saying yes to, like if you're scared because of taking a leap in some direction, that's different, right? That's your primitive brain trying to keep you stuck. But if you're lit up by like meeting somebody to go work out or go for a walk in the park, like does that fuel you, right? Next is practicing saying no. We've heard this over and over again. Start with low stakes situations. It can be as simple as thanks for thinking of me, but I can't this time. I know for me, I had a hard time saying no for a very long time. And when I kind of stair stepped out of this, the first thing I distinctly remember doing is I would tell people, let me think about it and I'll get back to you. Because that allowed me, if you're a constant yeser, right? In that moment, you want to say yes so bad. And if you pause and you say to them, let me think about it and I'll get back to you, it gives your brain time to kind of decide, do I want to do this or do I not want to do this? And then you do get back to them, and a lot of times when you're getting back to them, especially today in nowadays technology, you're probably texting them. I think a text is easier to say no to just because you don't have to deal with if you're looking at them on in person or if you're on the phone, you can hear their tone, you can kind of hear what they're saying, right? But text, maybe they text you back. I don't know, but I think it's a lot easier to just be like, no, can't do it, or no, I'm not. And here's the other thing. No is a complete sentence, right? You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to justify why you're not doing it. Just say no. The next is schedule rest like an appointment. Put it on your calendar. I've always heard it as white space. Put white space on your calendar, right? Don't fill it up. Leave that space open and guard that time fiercely. And if you're not so much a scheduler, because again, I have in my world, I have things that I need to do, but I don't necessarily schedule them like rigidly in a calendar anymore. So it's kind of free flowing, which I love, and that may not be your case. But so say you're working a 9 to 5 and you have the kids to take to soccer because that was my life at one point too. Um, but regard that space, like there's got to be some space in your day where you're just taking time for you. And this goes into number 4, create a daily self-care thing that you do, right? It could be 5 minutes of meditation. It could be sitting in the car at soccer, listening to meditation. It could be a warm cup of tea. It could be stretching, whatever refills you. And 5 minutes is the minimum. Come on, people. Aren't we worth more than 5 minutes of intentional space for yourself? Like, yes, I'm all for like if you can't wrap your brain around like more time and you feel like even 2 minutes, right? Like start small if you need to and build. But come on, 5 minutes, we deserve more than that. So the last one is check in with your body daily. Ask it, what do I actually need right now? And listen without judgment. So boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first because, again, you might be worrying about disappointing others and feeling selfish. And this goes into a whole nother topic that I'm going to do on people pleasing. I talk a lot with my clients about people pleasing. And there's this element of like you're a doormat, but it's really not. But I'll save that for another podcast. But people pleasers are really great at letting people trample on their boundaries. So here's the truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. As much as I hate that expression, it is so true. You cannot give what you do not have. And the more you are loving on yourself, the more you can love others. Saying no doesn't make you a bad person, it makes you a human. And saying no, again, it ties into that people pleasing thing because you think by saying no, you're going to hurt somebody else's feelings. And that makes you feel bad because you want them to like you. Okay. But no can be just no. Let other people have their emotions, let other people have their thoughts and feelings. You have yours. It's okay. It's okay. Right? And the people that get angry at you start looking and questioning, going, wonder why they're so angry that I'm saying no to them. Again, whole nother podcast. If you want to jump that and that really fast, get into my group program and bring it up on the group coaching calls because I will gladly talk to you about people pleasing. It's also in the Jumpstart program. I do a whole section on people pleasing. Anyway, so shifting your mindset from I have to do this, I have to show up or whatever, is I get to choose where I want to spend my energy. I get to also protect my energy. Remember, you're teaching people how to treat you. Every yes or no is a message. Okay. This is huge. I'm in a couple different groups and it's interesting hearing about like people that are going through divorce and now they're dating. I'm also having a teenager that is in the dating world. Like when you are, and I know this is kind of off tangent of weight loss, but it ties in the sense of like when you are dating or when you are looking for someone, especially it shows up in dating, like it is very obvious how you want people to treat you based on the person that you pick, based on the situations that you tolerate, based on the situations that you are accepting, right? The whatever. So every time you are saying yes or no to whatever, however you're showing up, you are teaching people how to treat you. So get good at deciding how you want to be treated, and that's how people will treat you. So here's the wrap up. Burnout is not a badge of honor. I think we are starting to know that now, but I don't think it is actually clicked because I still think we're in this hustle culture of like, gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta be the perfect mom, perfect wife, perfect, soccer mom, PTA mom, all the things. You get to decide. If you want to do that, that's great, but don't let burnout be your badge of honor. It's the your body and your mind when you're in burnout is really telling you to pause, to rest, and to protect yourself. So boundaries are going to be your secret weapon for long-term energy, joy, and sustainable success. Create, whenever I hear boundaries, I think it's funny. I always picture this picket fence, this white picket fence. Um, you can envision it however you want, but or imagine even driving down the road, right? There are boundaries within the lines of where we're driving. Do you want to cross them? Do you want to stay in your lane? So, but they are your secret weapon. So decide what your boundaries are, decide what you're willing to open the gate for people that you want to bring in or whatever, but decide what your boundaries are. And when they get crossed, you have to decide what you're going to do and honor that, right? This season, give yourself permission to say no, to take time to rest, and really reclaim your power. You deserve to thrive and not just survive. So, if this episode resonated with you, please share it with a friend who needs to hear this message. Again, I get on here and I'm so grateful for this podcast. I saw yesterday, I think yesterday I was 15. This podcast was ranked 15 in Canada. That's pretty freaking awesome. And in the US, I feel like it was 75. It fluctuates day to day, but even still, that's incredible. The amount of podcasts that are out there in the world. And I'm so honored that you guys are here with me and listening and sharing. And hopefully, these are super helpful to you. I know they are because I get on calls with people that want to work with me, and they're like, I binge listened to your podcast, and I'm here, or I've listened to 2 episodes, and it really resonated with me. So I'm so glad this is making an impact in the world, and I hope you will stick around because I have a lot more coming out in the next year that I'm so excited to share with you, and hopefully, I know it's going to make a bigger impact in the world. So I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're listening. And if you're ready to dive deeper, you can visit my programs over at weightlossforwomenover40.net, where we work on boundaries, mindset, and sustainable patterns that will fit into your life and help you create the body that you want. So until next time, have a beautiful day. Protect your peace, honor your energy, and do some stuff for just you. All right, I'll see you on the next one.